let me tell for those Civic League members, the executive committee met to decide to allow this to happen. But the executive committee wanted to take the position of opposing this in favor of single homes. We felt that we supplied them with our concerns and questions about traffic and a whole lot of parking and security and all, and they answered, most all, pretty decently. But so I guess we just want to hear how y'all feel about the presentation and whether or not the Civic League should go on record to oppose or support this. And we want to hear from our Civic League members first before we hear from the other visitors.
Good car salesman.
Okay. Any other comments?
One question before you entertain your response. The notice that they had on the property for that July 5th meeting at 1:30.
Yeah, we know that.
Reference to this.
No. Well, it was, but that's been put off.
Okay, that's why.
That's been put off to August the 2nd.
That's
That's the meeting before, right, before the planning commission. That's when they're gonna present. The city wanted them to re-look at the buildings. They want the buildings, I think, to face Greenwood instead of all internally facing inside. So that's one of the issues in the planning commission. And what'll happen after this, once it goes through all the planning process, because they have planned for a use permit, then the planning commission will vote on it, vote it up or down. And depending on the outcome of that, it'll go to the city council. And then it'll probably take another year if they are successful for any of this to get started, knowing the way Portsmouth operates.
They didn't put any plan in here for young families with your children. There's no playground area here. It's more geared towards your younger professionals, based on the rent and based on what they have in here, their quote-unquote amenities in the facility itself. But it looks a little ambitious in terms of the number of apartments they're trying to put there. Because that thing is not that big. And the traffic is always an issue for those who live on Tazewell, because the traffic flow is gonna be heavy. There's no way they can get around it, and they're saying this is that, 17, 15 is still there.
Well, all you gotta do is be trying to get out here in the morning.
That's right. And this is in Virginia Beach.
It's a flow from the shipyard and everybody else coming through here, a shortcut.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely impact the schools. Yeah.
Looking at also what they had, the parking, it doesn't seem realistic. It's gonna not handle.
No, it's not.
Everyone's gonna have at least maybe one or two vehicles. And then you have an established community that's adjacent to that complex coming up. I'm almost sure that those people will have, or their guests, use the community to park every day.
Did you hear him say you could have 1.5
That's
That's a smart car. I saw something, what was their response to the single-family proposal?
Well, they said that that's not market. There's no market for that.
You can't make money.
And I can share this experience with and I shared it with the officers, that property over there behind, used to be there. What was that gas station, the Speedway now?
Yes.
We stood with the community over there, which is a very small community, and they tried to build condos, apartments over there, and it's set vacant for, I guess, or owners changed about 3 times. But what's going up over there now? Single home. Single home, so.
They have Greenwood already.
They had been saying here too.
So,
I might be a little bit slow, but the things that we were most concerned about with that parking and ways. Let us see, we'll see.
Nothing but the children.
They took the six. Oh,
When you say yes, there's nothing else you can do the rest of your lives. So, you gotta think about yes. And, I got a story. I remember one time I hurt my knee playing football, and one of the other guys hurt his on the team. And, his doctor said he needed surgery, and my doctor said I needed surgery. And we got together, and I said, well, let's just wait a while and not do this. Because once they go in and mess with it, it's never gonna be the same. So he said I wasn't a doctor, and he was right. And he had the surgery, and he's still limping. And I didn't have the surgery, and I'm 80 years old and still running.
One thing, you know, this young lady was talking about the parking, right? And he kept throwing us off about the parking. Now, when you have a complex that size, with no decal parking, that's the first problem. That's a problem right there.
That's a problem.
yeah, it's a matter of control.
That's right.
Who comes in, who stays all night. Because we know even in the housing
That's right.
authority,
They have a problem.
they have problem issues.
And there's no security 24/7. So people are in and out, these guys are gonna go from here over there, leave their car, do what they gotta do, go get their car and come back.
Any other?
As a businessman, I can make my budget say anything I want it to say. As a businessman, I can accommodate a community in any form, shape, or fashion I desire through my business plan. Business plans are designed to get your confidence. That didn't just start. That's been happening for trillions of years. So, what do you think?
So, can I dare to say the consensus in here is to oppose apartments?
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
It appears to be a very attractive venture, buildings look, well, the city needs to look at, I'm sure, that's very attractive. But the cost of the community, I think, is a little more than what we're willing to accept.
Yeah, and there's no guarantee, like he said, the closest places where they develop in Richmond now, and then they have huge developments in Indiana, in the Midwest. And that's critical. The property manager is very critical as to who lives there, who goes, who comes, that's critical. And if that's not strong, if that's not the right people, you're gonna have problems.
You got problems.
I may be considered a visitor, but I've been out here for about 30 years. And the reason I always end up missing my civic meeting. But when I saw them cars out here tonight, I said, I thought I saw that sign out there, and it was not the right date. I said, but let me come in here and find what's going on. And I'm glad I came in.
I'm glad
Because
you
I'm gonna
did.
take some leave tonight. Yes, because I agree with y'all, if not open to include, that's, no, it's not a good venture for us.
I just said, my main concern is after 10 years, everybody talk good, sound good. But after 10 years, it's time to sell it. They're gone, they got the money and everything, we still got our problems. So that's why, and that happens all the time.
So what we're gonna do, all of the active Civic League members that are here tonight, we want a motion from one of you in a second.
I make a motion that we decline.
Second.
Make a motion that we oppose
Oppose
this project.
this project.
Second. And all the Civic League members that favor that, stand up. all the dues paying civic league. Everybody else that opposes it can stand. If you so second that motion. Betty. Okay. All right. And that's it. Really. I'll let them know that, our position, and it's up to them. They can still, of course, take it to the planning commission, and the planning commission is gonna ask us. The second thing we're gonna need everybody in here, as many as possible, is to be there on August the 2nd. We need as many people there as possible. And the planning commission meeting, and it's 1:30 in the afternoon. Where? So if you need notes to get off work or something, the secretary will write your notes.
Where? Where is it gonna be?
Downtown in the city council chambers. 1:30.
Hey, put it on the website.
I will, okay. August the 2nd. Okay. Huh? 1:30, August the 2nd, on the 6th floor. Jack. We're gonna close.
Oh, okay.
Y'all listen up. Oh, you got one?
Oh, I'm just saying, if people need some rap, people don't have transportation.
Right.
So if they need transportation, I'd be glad to pick up.
Okay. Okay.
Don't even go there.
I ain't never seen you ride with nobody. You flying by yourself.
Okay.
Let us pray.